Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the finale of Divinity Original Sin 2, the regular playthrough. I'm still going to do a modded playthrough, but previously we made it all the way to the end of the game. This episode, well, we have one last battle.
My goodness, here we are, Quercus. This is it. What do you mean, Quercus? Of course I'm prepared. I have my noble steed below me and my trusted shield beside me. What more could I need?
His whiskers crack into a mischievous smile.
And I may have cracked the spell that will stop the great acorn in its furious tracks, if that's what you mean. That's right, Quercus. We've done it!
Sir Laura Turnstile, his beady eyes shining with pride.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed an elf would lead me to the discovery that would save us all.
Why am I an elf? Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I didn't unequip the bloody mask of shapeshift. So I don't know what that was about. Let me equip that. I don't need that anymore. I'm gonna be my true self for this.
My goodness, what do you mean?
His whiskers. Sir Laura Turnstile.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed a lizard would lead me to the discovery that would save us all. But I see now that my prejudice was foolish. Without you, Quercus and I might still be stuck on that abominable prison island. Now, here I am. Here we are, on the brink of saving the world. Indeed, Quercus and I will find an advantageous location and do just that. Meanwhile, you must prevent the servants of the Acorn from interrupting us.
Sir Laura takes a slow, deep breath and lets it out in a rush.
You feel it, don't you? It's so still, but there's something behind it too, like a thunderclap waiting to fall. The great acorn is nearly here. Its servants are poised for impact. We've known this moment would come. Now it is time to put my research to the test. I am ready. Quercus is ready. And you, Shield? What say you, Quercus? That's good enough for you? Then it's good enough for me, too.
Sir Laura grabs your pinky with his tiny paw. He gives it a decisive shake, then salutes.
No matter what happens next, Shield, there's something Quercus and I want you to know. It has been an honor. Now, onward!
Shine on, you weird little creature. But yeah, Sir Laura is gone. I think if he's still alive, he actually does do something, but I'm not sure. He hasn't been alive at this point. Ouch.
You come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source blood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe he stands before me now.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
I believe this is actually the perfect way to get this prayer. We get the reveal status. You feel power values pointing to you. The devotion is applying you with infinite source. Our source point cost is now -3. I believe that means we can just cast source skills. But now, the final battle race.
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as bright, to have come so far. Your divine welcomes you.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Riedeman's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Riedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell him the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are 4. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the Veil, the 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the Source to the Veil. When we are done, there shall be no more Source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the 7 the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and Fane. Yes, Fane is my father.
What? No. It can't be. Everything Dallas did. It was all you. Child.
Everything I did to fix your mistake. Our people. Every purged sorcerer, every dead magister, all those weeping families. They're on your head, Father. But now I have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother!
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
Did you even look for me? Did you even look for her?
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice. While Dallas sought the Aetheran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Maggot! I am no slave.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallas sends a jolt through Brachus's body. He writhes in pain.
Don't worry, he's well under control. He has made a fine servant. Isn't that right? Ingrate. I used him to find the Aetheran. When we're done, I'll release him from his duty and free him from his pain. Until then...
Dallas punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brachus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
Yes, in a sense. When the death fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Teosendilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
The Aetheran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power, but the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours. Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility, Father! Surrender your source!
Sealing the veil will lock our people away forever. They will never be free of the void. Though if they return, what becomes of this world?
Fane turns to you. In all the time that you've traveled together, you've never seen him like this. He's trembling with emotion.
And you, my fellow adventurers. Together we have seen more than generations of mortals could ever see. You have seen the horrors of the void, and I have seen this world through your eyes.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Riverlawn.
Don't let them do this to us. But, souls. There has to be another way.
No, never.
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage, but I shall help you. Though it pains me, your sacrifice shall be made for you. Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way, but there is too much at stake. This is the end.
Oh. Okay, we have started something particular right here. If you choose to surrender your source, a different fight is going to take place. I may have to reload just to do this, because this fight might not be doable. As you can see, we have, well, a lot to deal with. Fane, you can't do this to me. End your turn. Three. One, two. One, two. Okay, kind of worry. I'm going to try this version of the fight because I've never done this version of the fight and I want to see if I can do it. I'm blinded, that's honestly okay. I'm going to hit Lucian the Divine. Then I'm going to haste my character. Losa's turn. Encourage. But there are two ways for this fight to happen. I might have to go with the second option, as this really, well, it makes the fight have a better win condition. But I'm going to try what I can. Okay, that's been taken down. My turn is skipped. Why? Genuinely wondering why. Why is my AP gone? Red Prince's turn is probably gonna be skipped. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to load. Unfortunate. I think you do have to be incredibly over leveled for this. I don't think you can actually do that version 5, I'm not sure.
What do you mean it? No, indeed. You the grip. And you. Snook it up.
Knocked down.
You come here up there. I'd go.
There you go. Yeah, we're gonna do the other version of the fight. It doesn't matter what you pick.
God,
Lucian?
I am
Lucian's
Lucian.
yes.
Dallas.
We're gonna skip the text this time.
Full.
That
Yeti.
the plan.
We have we.
As I say, then
Sealing the veil, though, if they
Feigned.
and you.
You'll be a
Don't let but...
no, never.
good.
Yes, very good.
She raises what looks like a leash. A chuckle emerges from beneath Vredeman's hood. The chuckle becomes a guffaw, booming and hateful. Dallas flicks her wrist. And nothing happens.
Oh, Dallas. Sweet, simple Dallas.
How? What? The leash is cut.
A bright observation from a bilious imbecile. You know people often become sloppy when they're close to achieving their dream. You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me, pretending to be your slave.
Kill him.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon, and don't look so surprised, as if I would allow a bone bag to enslave me. Me!
Why am I an elf again?
Yes, I am the one true king of the source. He who shall be god of the source. It is time for my divinity! Or did you really think I'd play slavishly along with your ridiculous scheme, Dallas? Yes, I played my part of the servile stooge. But know this. It was only about the power of divinity.
Kill him now.
Too late, you mouldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you! You would interrupt Brachus Rex. You would interrupt the Source King! You shall redefine suffering.
Here we go. We have, well, a new type of fight to deal with. This is the fight that I think happens anyways. It's when you're supposed to be getting the allies. Before anything else, if you do kill Lucian, you get an achievement. If your main character is Ethan, you have to forgive him because Ethan and Lucian have their own history together. If you want to get the achievement for killing Lucian, either over level and over gear to all hell. I don't know if you can do that. Or use a Deathfog Bell. You can use it on him with telekinesis.
He sends a companion worthy of my power. Come to your father, my friend. Come to the Source King.
Now we have two things to do. Well, one thing to do. Here's the Kraken again. To get an achievement, you have to defeat it. However, there are two ways to defeat it. One is a normal way, just smack it. The second, just kill Brachus Rex. And of course, we know what our goal is. Now, what are they summoning? They're summoning Isbael, Lord Lindokem, and a Salaman. Yep, and they're back at level 20. Okay, he just wants to walk right up to me. Whoa, look at Salaman go! But here's what, yes, they work the exact same as when we fought them anyways. So do not worry. All you have to do is kick-ass like usual, to be completely honest. Now, if you defeat Brachus, the fight instantly ends. And that is kind of our goal. In fact, that is our goal. First thing I want to do, we're going to fight by our incarnate again for one last show. If I equip this helmet, it takes 1 AP, so Flesh Sacrifice actually could work out in that regard. But here we go. All stacked up. Now Kraken will just summon more and more enemies over time. I'm just trying to protect myself. There's Dallas the Eternal. She's gonna do something special. She has a dragon form. So here's the funny thing. If you took her out back at Port Joy, you actually see her dragon form for the achievement. She flies off, which is quite cool. Go for free. Stabby stabby. And rupture tendons. And turn invisible. Go, lady. Yeah, we're gonna go put into Chem to start things off. We don't really want him punching me in the face. Peace of mind. But we should be okay on this fight. What we're gonna do, we're gonna teleport to Salaman all the way over here, back into the fire with you. Go for the Encourage and Favorable Wind. Now, it doesn't matter if we say to surrender our source. We get a choice of what to do if we win this fight. Yeah, we're gonna let the enemies sort of take care of Brachus, we're gonna hang back. Let them do all the work. Ah, that's beautiful stuff. Look at him! His elf was just dropping. I'm silenced. Great, Salaman. Great job. Well, you know what? Oh, hush. Linda Cam. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna chill with Dallas. Though I guess I can always chuck some grenades. Why not? And I'll have my time. Whoa! That's cool. I like that. And Thunder Breath, which shouldn't damage us. Oh, it does damage Fane. Yeah, they are going to do damage to us. Curse. Oh dear God, Dallas, did you really have to hit us with this? Fane, you skin graft on yourself. Go for that adrenaline. Gonna hit the Salaman. Turn Salaman into a chicken. Oh, there's someone else. Who is it? Undead Blackmoon Flame Weaver. And another one. But a Pain Weaver this time. They must be worried. If they're gonna go out of the way to do this, like. However, Brachus Rex has lost a fair amount of of help, to be honest. Of course, these guys are all eternal, I think. Which means Brachus will get healed from poison and so on. Now, Brachus is taking damage. I think he's going to teleport though. I think he has a teleport skill. Yeah, it's Void Glide. Faint? Faint! Come on. Now, can you guys not do that to us?
I'll yield to none.
I'm a fast me, please. Yeah, we're gonna Lucian and Brachus just kind of fight each other. Like, yeah, this way Brachus is just going to lose. All I have to do is buy time. I can even just bring Fane back. I think he comes back at the end of the fight regardless. I think all your allies do. We'll summon a totem. I'll summon in a demon, because why not? And Dallas is going to go over. Dragonfall is just a fly skill for dragons. You can never play as a big dragon now. Now what's strange about this fight is that Slain never comes in. I think it would have been cool if Slain had shown up. Would have been awesome. Oh, oh, Lucian. Oh, Lucian's actually kind of in trouble. Eh. We'll let them do what they can. And Kraken's using Dimensional Dive. They will teleport around the arena and just summon more stuff. This is fine. Except for that goddamn primordial fire. Ah! Stop it! Nice. Where is that? Guess I could bring Fane back. I think it's gonna really help since he died in one shot. I'm trying to get him his turn, but they're not gonna let him get a turn. Yep, they're gonna use Immolation on him. Stop it! And it's not dead. Boo! Okay, hold up. What's that? Come back to me. Summon that. Yeah, we're gonna summon a bone totem. Is Lucian gonna die? He's gonna die. Yeah, Lucian's straight up gonna get destroyed. That's kind of funny. Oh, we don't have enough for that. I mean, I guess I could try to save Brachus, right? Oh, not Brachus. I could try to save Lucian. Though he's not really gonna get saved, he's just gonna kind of, you know, have a little bit of backup. I just can't do that. Alright. And paths are up to wow. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Leave Lucette alone. Stop it. Yeah, Lucia's dead. Wow. Oh, he's just unconscious. That's the first time Lucia's ever died in this fight for me. Wait. Oh yeah, Brax is still up there. Stop your attacks! You're hurting us more!
Healing.
Are you done being annoying? Earthquake. That probably kills us, no. It does not. Let me see our enemy. Oh, we don't have enough to hit them. We're gonna end Maldan. Dollar says dead because Cracker's gonna get his turn. They really don't want me to play. Now the prince is dead. Are we gonna have to load this again? We may have to reload that. Fight's never usually this tough, so I don't know what's up with it. Let's start things off first by equipping this bloody mask. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
God,
I am
respect.
Lucian's
Lucian.
Yes.
that a skull.
I am.
Fear not.
I shall long ago sign our king.
With the source,
That
the Ethereal.
the plan
We have.
decide. Be the
That is,
go.
the world shall not know this.
Then let us.
Sealing the veil, though if Fane and you.
You'll be dope. But
No, never.
Good.
Yeah.
she raised
How?
a bright. You left. Kill. Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. Yes. Or did you really? It was okay.
Kill him.
Too late. You.
Now. A glitch happened.
The God King hears my. Come to your father.
A glitch happened, guys. I just noticed it.
Source King.
Have you guys seen a glitch? I'm an elf. But I'm wearing this. I saw flesh sacrifice. Will I just permanently become an elf? That can't be right. I do know what the issue is. We're just gonna go all in on killing Brachus. Because that will end the fight. Yeah, we get using airball plate. Yada yada yada. Are you teleporting? No, she's using Heaven's Blessing on us there, which gives us pretty much everything. You don't need fire! Why are you so obsessed with fire? Says me like. Summon Incarnate. Flesh sacrifice. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Dome of Protection right here. I know it can seem like a bit of a waste, but we just need to hit Brackus with everything we got. Get rid of his physical armor and all ashes. And Dallas is going to hit all of us, isn't she? Because she's decided that she wants to just hit everything. Oh, okay. We're fine, we're fine. Fly, Fane. Use Time Warp on yourself. Cloak and Dagger. Woo! Now hit Brackus. Hit him again. Hit him again. A Skin Graft on yourself. For a little bit of cheekiness. Red Prince, fly. He could get up there with 3, but there's really no point. Just put 5 everywhere, but there's again no point. I want to get as close as possible and land a hit at least. I'm just gonna have him walk up here. Looks like, can you actually go over here and use some courage? That's actually the best thing we can do for now. Where that guy's just going, I will never know. I might be able to stun Brackus. In fact, I can stun Brackus. Okay, we can win. Airborne Plague means nothing to me. Am I silenced? I am silenced, aren't I? Yep. Well, I'm just gonna end my turn then. Don't think about it. Dallas? She's lucky I'm so tanky. Fane, use this. What's your tennis on Brackus?
Hurts, doesn't it?
We'll hit Isabel because she's doing healing. We don't want her to heal stuff. Ooh. Oh. That's enough out of you. Hit Brackus. Wex. Knock him down. He is not moving. We are winning this fight right now. Will you guys stop trying to kill my team? No, like, seriously. I'm getting sick of it.
I'm ready.
Yeah. You could have killed Brackus Wax right down now. Hello? I guess it would make sense if my incarnate got the kill. It only makes sense. And my incarnate died, great. Well, do you want to take care of it then? No? There we go. That ends the fight instantly, and that gives you the Kill the Kraken achievement.
Brachus Rex, the Source King of Legend, lies dead once more, perhaps even for good. Dallis, badly weakened, looks to you.
The future of all that is depends on you, and you alone.
Here we stand, once more on the cusp of divinity. But this cup, so long thirsted for, I willfully let it pass from me. All my life has been a lead-up to this, to be the King of Kings, God of Gods. I will not say it was in vain, but I will say it was vanity. If I were to chance upon my throne right now, I would sit down beside it, cast my glance to the horizon, and think of worthier things. I'd think of Sadher, my great love. I'd think of my children, their joyous dance through fiery skies. And of course, I'd think of you, of the adventures we had, of our unlikely yet heartfelt friendship. Yes, I'd sit there, thoroughly contented, and wait for you to ascend the throne. I know.
A mischievous smile.
But I do have to add, likewise.
Well then, this is, as they say, it. I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind. Let alone that I would be proud to do so. I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity, including myself.
Thane lays a bony hand on your shoulder, squeezing gently.
Do you know, I believe you will.
This is it. I can hardly believe it.
She casts her gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here I am. And now that I see godhood before me, I know what I have to do. Chief, you need to ascend. There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know you'll do it with style. They'll never know what hit them. Now go on, shoo. You've got business to attend to.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
This is a tough choice thinking about it. There are 3 different endings. I think I will showcase all 3 of them. So I'm going to save. I'm going to personally choose well, I'll mute myself while I make the choice.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share. Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity. But alas, it was not to last. With many greedy for wealth, power and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed, the day the God King returns.
There's the ending for releasing the World of Source. I'm going to show all of them. As you can see, that ending, that's the one I probably would do if I was in that situation. If I had no knowledge of what would happen. Now, we're going to go for allow yourself and the world to be purged of a source.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken and used the Source to close the veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their Source were erected all across Rivellon. They would never be forgotten. The half-demon Malady took pity on the soulless, Godwoken silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes. There, from the scraps of their souls that remained, she restored them to life. Sorcerers no more, they lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the Godwoken, freed from the weight of the world. As for me, the Godwoken sacrifice severed the link that bound the Sworn to the God King, and I was finally free. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly, telling the story of the Godwoken, that the world may never forget the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever seen.
And final ending time. I'm pretty sure that is actually a canonical ending. There has never been a Divinity Original Sin 3. Maybe someday we'll get one. But now we're going to fulfill our destiny as Godwoken and become the new Divine.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the void. All across the realm, he was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves and dwarves all rallied to his banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the god woke and claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new God woken will rise.
Personally, I like ending 2 the most, but I'm going to go with this ending. But let's speak to our compatriots.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent. Don't I know it? Let's hope it pays off.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know, around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it. And when the time comes, I'll come find you. Your Holiness.
Depending on the ending, Malady could be pissed with you. If you pose the World of Swords, Malady is mad at you. Fendi too, I think she said the same thing. But she's more uncertain about it. I'm not going to show that dialogue.
The flaming hatchling bounces and cheeps out of sheer excitement.
Daddy! Daddy! Looky at me!
It takes you a moment to realize the egg you've been carrying has hatched at long last. The chick trills contentedly and flaps its tiny feathers in recognition of its proud parent. It seems you've got a new mouth to feed.
Yeah, you guys remember that phoenix egg we got back in Redwood? I can't give a straight face. That phoenix we got all a while ago, I stored in the bag for the specific purpose. You get photo.
Daddy!
We have a little phoenix chick. We do have our companions that we can speak to as well as those who helped us along the way, like Jahan, Tarkin. I would just speak to him in order. Start with the Red Prince.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. A god, no less.
He smiles at you fondly as he takes you by the hand.
You've done us proud. You saved the world, didn't you? No, we were all of us instrumental, but only one walked away with divinity. I'm glad it was you. Home, if you don't mind. After all, I've dragons to raise. I need to teach them to be good boys and girls before they set the entire world on fire. There may be an accident or two along the way. Please don't hold it against them. I do so long to see my palace again. The Forbidden City. The scents of spices and incense. The sound of sitars in far-off rooms. To sit all day in perfumed shade and watch the white of the marble change with the journey of the sun. But above all, I long to be with Sadha. Long to finally have the time to love. Oh, but before you go, remember how when we first met, I took you by the jaw to inspect your teeth? A while, not ages. Now, if you recall, as per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. 3 quite indispensable talents. At the time, of course, I couldn't have foreseen the adventure ahead, but now that it's quite over, I'd like to renew the opportunity for you to become my slave. What say you? Well, only the best for the Red Prince. Surely you must realize that by now.
Lily become divine. He's asking us to basically be a slave.
You escaped an abominable prison and confronted the king of all gods, only in turn to confront divinity itself. A rather poetic arc, don't you think? Not that your story is finished, of course. Your divinity shines upon all who walk Rivellon. And there will be those that escape to the shadows. You must be ready to face them, whenever they might emerge. Now that I am clear of mind and free of intruders, I'm wondering if it isn't time to share my learnings with the less enlightened. And to that end, I have a few ideas worth considering. Once I've come to a conclusion, I promise you'll be the first to know. As a matter of fact, yes, Source makes for an excellent ally in matters of a demonic nature. Not only can Void seep through the veil, but the beasts of Nemesis might similarly slip out of their own plane. Whether you are clever enough of a divine to keep Damien's disciples confined to Nemesis, I can't say. But I think we'll know soon enough. And I suggest you be ready. Until we meet again.
I really hope a Divinity 3 releases. I know Baldur's Gate 3 does not count. I haven't played it, but it's different. Now, of course, all the spirits are here, I believe. Except for Ifan. He has remained dead. But you can speak to anyone here. The spirits that we saw in the Hall of Echoes, that's where they'll stand on the ship where you can first recruit them and all that. So I'm still going to talk to the spirits we can.
Beast Spirit smiles as you approach and begins to sing a tune you think vaguely familiar.
You hear the wild beast just sails on the ocean. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Off on the yawn, you hear the commotion. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. The cupboard can't hide you, nor can your berth. His daggers don't care about the gold that you're worth. He'll bury your bones neath a mountain of earth. He's docked in the bay and coming your way.
He pauses, then continues to hum, all the while working his ghostly whiskers.
It seems like Beast was able to move on and stay as a spirit. Good for him.
Well, if it isn't the new divine gracing me with his presence. How honored I am.
Tarquin's smirk wilts into a glower.
I didn't come all this way to show deference. Some friendly advice. All who rise are capable of falling. Gods, the divine, anyone. Remember where you came from. The last thing this world needs is more tyrants. That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustavgen? No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds. I intend to seek them out. This Gustavgen seems to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world, and there's another for the taking?
Can I just change back into my regular self? There we go. I want to attribute the way my character was to start things off. Before you guys, well, I know people have definitely said it by this point. Here's a warning. The entire Let's Play is being recorded. Episode 1 is even up. I know I could have picked an elf from the beginning, but where's the fun in that?
Well, well, Quirkers. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks are in order.
I can just ignore them and walk away.
What? No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great acorn. You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quirkers, some creatures have no sense of perspective.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this God King and his lackeys, there would have been very little left for me to save, so...
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling air with the sound of dry, dusty purring.
Ah, Quirkers! Please, have a little decorum.
Quirkus arches his back, almost dislodging Sir Laura, who just smiles.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order, once and for all. That is the future Quirkers and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield, but we are very happy to have a friend.
The squirrel tenses for half a moment before relaxing into your fingers.
Oh, my. Quirkers, you never told me it felt this good. Well, that was certainly an experience. Of course, this has all been something of an experience, eh? I don't suppose any of us did. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant. But there is no one Ow! Quirkers! There is no one that we would rather have walked this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest. Come, Quirkers, we must... Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
The cat curls up and snuggles into his squirrel friend, who quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
Goodbye, Sir Laura. All I can say, God, I'm proud and sad
that we're still here.
At the same time, with how this Let's Play is about to end. I guess one thing I should do. I have no use for any of the items in my inventory. Let's just sell it all. Everything. I mean everything. In fact, let's do something a bit stupid. We're gonna get rid of all of our gold. Boom. Here's 100 stars, we get a 32% discount.
Well, that relationship always was complicated, wasn't it? You're so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
Gareth beams. For the first time, he is his own man. Yet his enthusiasm is not a man's, but a child's.
A friend, yes. That I know how to be.
For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of friends and enemies, of malady and magisters, of demons and divinity. He is then in the present once more, and smiles at you.
Friends. I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucien's shadow. I was his shadow. Now I stand in the sun as my own man. I just don't know who that man is. And so I find out. My goal is to have a goal, if that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, well, that's all I've got.
A slight grin crosses the spirit's face. Whether her smile is sincere or not, you can't be sure.
I see great potential in our new divinity. I don't expect to be disappointed.
Right, that was quick. Ah, Fane is up there. Right, let's go back down here then. We're gonna save the best for last, though. And speak to Hunt, who has 1,100 armor.
Divine. That's so cool. What's it like? Neat. I'll be counting on you. There's also the matter of my payment for all the stuff I've done for you. That'll be...
He taps his fingers and mouths silently while he counts, until he arrives at an acceptable figure.
1,300,000 dozen and 50 gold pieces. Now pay up. Oh yeah? What's that?
Han ponders your suggestion for all of a second.
You got it. But you better believe the bill for that will be a doozy. Now let's see. A dwarf, a demon and a druid walk into a pub.
Boo. Let's speak to
I've
Alma.
never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one. Reform my ways. How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you. Almira pouts in disappointment, but it quickly morphs into a devilish grin.
Oh, no matter. We'll always have our first kiss. I haven't been quite able to put it out of my mind. Just as I'm sure you won't be able to put me out of your mind.
I never kissed Almira.
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
Let's go talk to Losa. I just noticed my fleet foot skill actually just disabled. It took the entire game for that to disappear. And it's just gone. Do get bags get removed at the end of the game? No. Huh. But we'll talk to Fane next.
Fane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He leaves through it slowly, muttering to himself.
Interesting.
His eyes stay fixed on the book as you approach. Fane looks up, his gaze carefully drinking you in.
Fascinating. The power of my people. The power of the Veiled. All in one delicate mortal shell. Who could have imagined? The powers of the universe rushing through your body and you feel strange? Heavens no.
The skeleton looks back to the book. You can feel the grief radiating from him.
I can't help thinking that I could have saved them. That I could have done something. You could have saved them, but you didn't. You made your choice. Don't misunderstand. I made my choice too. That doesn't mean I cannot mourn them, though. They deserve that much.
The skeleton hefts Hubert's dog-eared encyclopedia, its weight heavy in his hands.
I've been rereading this book, looking over your history once again, poring over every detail with a new perspective, and do you know what? It's shit.
Fane tosses the book over his shoulder. It flutters in the air as it sails over the ship's railing and disappears with a faint splash.
Yeah.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write about it with knowledge. You can write about it with love. But it is almost impossible to write about it with wonder. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world, and you've grown blind to its miracles. Take otters, for example. Energetic, waterproof cats, utterly beautiful creatures. Or octopuses. Did you know they're secretly octopuses? Octopi? Octopods? Oh, I shall have to look that up. Regardless, the world
I got you, babe.
absolutely incredible sights. And who better to catalogue them with the awe they deserve than someone seeing them for the first time? Do you know, there is the idea that nothing is ever truly created or destroyed. I suppose we are all Source, just in different forms. You being the cruder, less jewel-encrusted form, naturally. But my people were Source too, although we didn't know it at the time. And our Source helped create you. In a way, I was walking alongside the best version of them the entire time. In you, I found a home better than the one I was pining for. Thank you, Godworker.
Now, before we go talk to Losa, I will say right now, if you somehow pass a persuasion check on the name of Sal to keep your companions with you, which you can do very easily, you just need persuasion and where you just that's high enough, but your companions don't like you by the end of the game, say you never, let's say in Sibyl's case, at the end of Sibyl's quest, you have to kill the Shadow Prince. If you, actually no, that doesn't matter. We'll use Losa as an example. Losa's not good. We'll use Red Prince as an example. I think he's probably the easiest to deal with. If he hates you, for example, or if you can't convince everyone else to give you the powers of divinity, or if you say something along the lines of "I'll stand by your side," then at the end of the game, you have to fight them in order to claim divinity. There's a couple extra cases where where you have to fight everyone. Losa is one of them. If you do not claim, well, if your main character is Losa and you get to the end of the game without killing a Madalik, you pair up with a Madalik at the end of the game and have to kill everyone else. And that's an achievement. Losa has to basically accept the doctor's proposal. Or, yeah, she has to go to the doctor as the character you start the game as. And just accept his deal. And then that locks 2 free achievements to the end of the game. Red Prince doesn't have any specific achievements. Ifin doesn't. But Ifin has to forgive Lucian the Divine and kill him. With a Death Fog battle, pretty much. With Fane, every ending can be attained with Fane. He has his own character exclusive ending. Beast does not have an end of game. Beast doesn't have his own ending, and neither does Sibyl. Their quests end. So if you want the canonical route for the game, Fane is probably the canonical character, and he probably gets his exclusive ending. But I like to consider Losa the main character.
Oh my, you! Look who it is! Our brand new Lord and Saviour.
If you're in multiplayer as well, you all have to fight each other. Because you can play multiplayer on this game, so everyone can fight each other for Divine. But it's basically a bunch of polymorphs beating the shit out of each other. And whoever moves first wins.
She curtsies low and looks up at you with a grin.
So, what's your first order of business? End world hunger? Instigate world peace? Send all spiders back to hell where they belong? I don't know if anyone's free of anything, once and for all. But I'm bloody thrilled to be here now. Just me, myself, and you, of course. Well, yeah, I'm not the next god. Someone made that abundantly clear.
She winks and pokes you in the ribs.
So? Come on, don't keep me in suspense. What are you going to do with your almighty power? Big job. I'd offer to help, but I've got some business of my own to attend to. Ding, ding, ding! My loot calluses are all but worn off. I'm a disgrace. So, Chief, I guess this is it, right?
that?
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken, the veins in her face go grey, and a wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
See you around.
Losa sings to herself, a small smile about her lips.
Oh. What's strange is that the character you have a romantic relationship with will pretty much always elaborate about it at the end of the game, but Losa's not doing that. I think the other option though does have her ask me if I want to travel with her. Losa's gonna hit the road. Now to end the game, you must talk to the Lady Vengeance. It's been one hell of a road. In fact, let's just save on Let's Play. It is complete. The original playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 2, done. But as I've said, I feel proud and sad this ending. I gotta be honest, the highlight of this Let's Play was me fixing that game breaking glitch. I'm genuinely serious, that scared me. I thought I had to restart the entire thing, but I'm glad I fixed it. But the Let's Play is far from over. Now, I think right now I'm going to give a couple of hints as to what the next Let's Plays are, because I've actually figured out what I'm going to Let's Play after this. First of all, I'm going to do a modded playthrough of this game. There are some cool mods that I can enable, and I might record multiplayer of this someday with a couple of friends. It depends if I want to play it or not. We will see in due time. After that is a game where we're going to be badass killing demons with style and jamming out to some epic tunes. It's a Capcom game, so you guys can probably guess what it is. After that will be a game that I grew up with a long time ago. Lots of people hate it, but I grew up with it, and it was honestly a game that was intended to be the last of his franchise. But until then, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2. But next time, we're going to cover the multiplayer and some other features in this game. So I will see you guys after the credits.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again. I cannot say whether the future brings peace or pain, but I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. Justinia returns to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven Kingdom fought for the Divine, and her loyalty was unquestionable. Many fine and courageous dwarves did their people great honor, in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the void-woken blight. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void. But she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahela's most trusted warrior. Fane traveled Rivellon, notebook in hand, recording the wonders he discovered. He kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals, hoping to find the wife he had lost. He's still looking. On his return to the Empire, the Red Prince was hailed a hero. He married Sada, and they had many more dragons. Soon, the prince became the Emperor. Faced with dragons, the Void did not gain the upper hand in the Empire. Losa returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as the Divine's premier musician. Dark moods would still overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And what kind of divine led the fight as the world battled on? Did they show mercy or strength? Did they sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did they regret becoming divine? Did they wonder if they should have given their soul and sealed the veil? Only they know the truth. Only they know if they atone for their sins. And then there was you. You returned to the world as the undead Godwoken, who failed to become divine. Did you accept your failure with dignity, or did it destroy you? Only you know the truth. You and one other. For the God King still calls your name. Do you answer? Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna speak during the credits because it's gonna take a while. Just to talk about the game in general, I've obviously talked about it enough, but there you go, I need to thank Agent Phoenix and Luke Game Master for getting me into this game. Because it is just phenomenal. I hope there's a Divinity Original Sin 3 coming out someday. I know it's going to be weird because you would have to import your character to be the Divine. But other than that, there are things this game that I wish were expanded upon. I do wish it was New Game Plus. And I wish there was a way for the game to tell you how you could optimize XP maybe. Because it's quite clear that I can level up to level 21. And like I said earlier, I have used save editor before just to see about getting all the summoner skills on characters and all that. To see exactly what each character could do with some really cool builds. But that's pretty much the most I've done. So as far as I know, the max level is 35. I have no idea how I'm to hit level 35. There is a Game Master mode in this game which lets you make your own campaign. So it could be that. I don't quite know. But I'm gonna go over some stuff. I am gonna show the arena mode, I think. If I can go against AI, if not, I'll skip it. But it's basically going to be the mode to certain characters from the game that you can play as. You can play as Alexander, Gareth, all those characters, and you get to use the skills you've seen them use in the game. It's quite cool. What's sad is I wish you could put your own characters in there, but I'm going to say right now, I'm going to put it on screen. I think I'm going to live stream the modded playthrough instead of do a let's play of it. The reason for that is I'm going to end up skipping a lot of text. So, right around here, I think I'm going to, well, throughout the course, I'm going to have my Twitch channel just floating on the screen somewhere. I'll also leave, well, I'll not leave the link in the description. But I would say it's best for you guys to follow on Twitch, or at least just have the page saved as a favorite or something, just so you guys can access the streams that go live. Because the thing that I am thinking of doing a Let's Play of this game, but I'm going to be skipping a lot of text we've already seen. The only new text we're going to see is exclusive character text. So I think I'm going to do a live stream of the modded playthrough. I skip most of the text, go for any levels I can, and sort of watch through the game pretty much. It might be on classic mode again, it might be on an easier difficulty. I'm not going to do it on a mode playthrough, because I don't see any point. But I hope you guys will join me for that, because it's going to be great. And oh no, I thought something was happening. But yeah, I would say if you see this game on Steam, going for cheap because I think it's like normally 20 quid now. You can pay the full price for it. I would just say, you know, if you want to get a good strategy game, get this. I do have the original Divinity, Original Sin, but I just don't. Well, I haven't even touched the game yet. And you can see when you're playing the sequel after the first one, the first one is that far disconnected. I think Finn's a side character in the first game. But once again, I will see you guys in the next episode. Because I think we're near the end of the credits. Oh my god, it's probably not. Let's just hope the well, the members of Kirill Okrovsky. I guess what I'll do though is, before I end this Let's Play again, I'll say, you know, find a way to a regular playthrough of the game. It's been one hell of a journey. But I'm going to show something on the main menu. I'm going to show the mods that I'm going to use. Why am I going to show the mods? Just so you guys can get a bit of an understanding. I know I'm very all over the place with these finales, but I always kind of am. But for the gist of the mod, I'm going to be adding extra types of weapons into the game, which are different types, which are going to be firearms for the most part, but there's going to be katanas and all that sort of cool stuff. Another one is going to be party size evolved, which it allows me to change how many people can be in my party. You can only have 4, but I want to do a playthrough of every character. They're all going to have very diverse builds, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be kind of crazy, but you know, could be fun. What else was there? Oh, one is a extra summoning pack. It allows me to just get some extra summons into the game. We only missed 1 summon. Well, 2, technically. We never saw Iffin's Source Hound. That's something only Iffin can have. And we never saw the poison slug because the guy wasn't selling it. Maybe it's a timed thing. Of course, I didn't get the dragon ring. But I think in a mod playthrough I will try to get every summoner, because I've already playing summoner in the mod playthrough. Because why would I not? Ugh. I gotta say, a lot of stuff I did in this playthrough was the first time I've ever done it. The Devour set and Contamination set. Actually, no. I did do a playthrough I got the Contamination set before, but I never got the Devour set or the Tyrant set. I think I shown off all the 4 Relics of Babylon. I've never used Sorcerer Sundries. That is something I'm going to do. Another mod I'm going to use is a level up gear potion. I can basically buy a potion and level up all my gear to my current level. Will it be overpowered? Probably. Will I worry about it? No. To be honest. Here's the thing. Out of all the gift bag features, I do not like Sorcerer Sundries. I don't know if they actually gave me the crafting recipes. In fact, no, they didn't. There's a couple other things in the game that don't make sense with the crafting. The crafting is very underutilized in the game. I suppose you just get a couple of recipes that you know and use them. But the enchanting, for example, was dumb. Like, for some reason it didn't work when I first tried it, and then later on it worked. It should work from the beginning. The enchanting was just weird, because not the enchant. The reason. Yeah, damn it, I have to play a song now. Come to me, the night is dark. Come to me, the night is long. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh, sing for me. Sway with me, we'll make them scream. Dance with me, we'll They really had to play it here. I love this song so much. Oh. But yeah, the Sorcerer Sundry should have told you that you had to use 4 things individually instead of making the player think you've used 4 in a stack. That was dumb. But yeah, as for the other Get Back features, honestly, Pal, that's a quality of life thing. It shouldn't really disable achievements. Neither should be iron infusions to any summon. Because without that, there's no point to have the vulture or the cat. You know, why have them when the incarnate is right there? It's the same with the poison slug and dragonling, but even still. But I do think another mod I'm going to end up using is one that allows me to have more summons out, but I start with less AP. I'll have to see if I can find one. I don't know if I have one or not. Wow, it's just still going. Is there a way to speed this up? Okay, I'm gonna have to probably skip the credits here to show the mods. But the mods I am going to use: Pies at the Vault, Additional Summoners Pack, Animation Plus because that's new for the weapon, Divine Talisman, a new set of fully functional custom talisman to Divinity. I'll probably use that. I think I need to have that there. Level up equipment potion. But yeah. Next time I will show off the arena, I think. I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching this series.